Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with my first Killikit layout process video for the new kit that I built this past weekend for a bunch of travel pictures that I have going to and from Texas from Kentucky, which is a long drive. So I brought in a plethora of designs and designers. This kit that I'm going to use today on this layout is the Paper Studio Uncharted. I also have some Park Lane, Recollections, and Simple Stories. So I literally gathered this kit with lots of different styles so that it would not be all the same color patterns. So the pictures that I'm scrapbooking tonight are in the dark. So they're not the best quality, at least these two, but this is a scenery picture and then a picture out the front window of my sister and my mother driving. This is why I like to ride, so that I could take lots of pictures. So I think I'm going to use all four of these, even though, like I said, these are not the best pictures, especially this one. It's pretty dark, but you know, in person I can see my son and my nephew, just the way that everybody was entertaining themselves as we left kind of as a last minute trip to Texas. So these are the pictures that I'm going to scrapbook today. And this is the kit that I'm going to use. I will probably pull in some scraps from this lovely scrap pack that I have collected. These are all from travel papers, whether it's from one of the packs that I already had, like the Recollections Well Traveled or the Park Lane local travel, or just some other odds and ends that I use that would be deemed travel. So they're all in this little pack that I have just collected. So I will pull scraps from here if they will go with this set right here. The other thing that I'm going to bring in as part of my kit is this Echo Park and Cartabella 10 pack of travel 12 by 12 sticker sheets. So I will pull some embellishments from one of these or any that I can find that will work for me. I do have a bin. These are the stickers and embellishments that I went over in my Killikit reveal that I posted Monday, the 15th of November. And so I have just different brands and everything in here. Super old stuff, super new stuff, just a little bit of everything. So I will pull from here if I need it. But I'm going to try and use as much of this Paper Studios kit as I can. So here is my kit and my embellishments and some papers. Here are my pictures. Let's get started and see what we can do with all of this. Right, so the first thing I did was pulled some purple solid scraps out of my scrap drawer. And I want to use those because I think that the second paper that I pulled is going to, I didn't want to use that up on this layout. I just wanted a solid to cover that missing space at the top and to matte my pictures. So I get three different colors, matte all my pictures, and then I distress the one of the scenery and the two up there in the top left of my daughter and my son and nephew. Not that you can see that picture very well. I distress all of those with my Tim Holtz Distressor. I love that thing. I've never intentionally distressed something with until recently. Sorry, I was just putting my some of my stuff away. I didn't realize it was going to be so noisy. So I pull the solid purple paper out and I attach it to the missing part on this paper from the Paper Studio. And I get it attached and then I tear from the side over and from the top down. and I love the way this looks. So it's super intentional looking and not choppy like it would have if I had left it straight, because there were some pieces out of it and some cut marks, and so now it is, I like the way that it looks. So I get the pictures laid out and a general idea of where I want them, and I realize that that light purple is disappearing into the map purple. And so I take my Ranger Black Soot ink pad and just ink up both, actually all three of those bottom three pictures with my ink pad. And then I get them where I want them, and I just put one single double-sided piece of tape in the middle so that I can tuck some things, which I do end up tucking a little bit. Not as much as I thought I might, but I do tuck some stuff, and that way I don't have to pull things back up again. So I just put a little down in the middle. Now I have foam from Walmart on the back of this picture of my sister and my mom in the front seat. And I pulled just a bit of the middle of that foam off, just in case I decide to tuck on the left or right. That way I can do that without tearing anything. So I got all of that down, and now I'm ready to embellish. So I pull out the embellishments and stickers from the Paper Studios collection, and I also pull out the scrap from my scrap bag, and it is a border strip that says sightseeing. It came from the local travel by Park Lane. It was a border strip sheet, and I just took part of that and I tuck that in, and I actually consider this being my title. While there's really only one picture of the scenery, I guess through the front window of the car too, it was more kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing because the kids are on their electronics and that's kind of sights they're seeing. So I tuck that in there and then take one of the cameras off of the border strip and tuck it in over on the right. And then I get the sticker sheet out and I get one of the geotags, says you are here, and it's got that same map print on it. So I stick that down, and a double-decker bus, and I put that down. It says away we go. And then I get one more off the sheet. So 3 stickers off of here is pretty good. And I tuck that camera in on the top. I have about 8 more, oh, maybe 10 more stickers on the sticker sheet. Not too shabby since it just started. And so I get all of those on there. And then I want to pull one of these 3D embellishments out of this kit as well. So I pulled the luggage tag. And I try and put it down there on the bottom. And the way I had it wasn't working because the wording on there was upside down. So I tried to put it up there in that gap around the pictures, but that didn't work either. So I just turn it around and put it back on the bottom the right way so that the words are right. And I'm going to use that as my little journaling spot. I don't need a whole lot of journaling. It's just going to be something super simple. So I get the letters out, and I'm trying to decide what I really want to title it. I know I could title it Sightseeing, or You Are Here, or Away We Go, which is all already on the page. But I'm really thinking about titling it something else. So while I'm thinking, I end up journaling on that little luggage tag. It just says that we're on our way to Texas for my uncle's funeral. And then it has the date on there. So I get that done, and then I started pulling up the double-sided tape from behind the corners where I was done tucking. And so now I'm back to debating on a title. And I decide that I want to title the page How We Roll. So my sister almost always drives, and my mom sits in the front, and me and the kids are always in the back, which is fine by me. I like that she drives because then I get to take all these crazy selfies and fun pictures and entertain myself. Plus, on this trip specifically, I took a 12x12 iris kit full of scrapbooking supplies and scrapbooked in my lap for the 15-hour trip. It was very interesting. I had to entertain myself. I had poison ivy on my arm. It was driving me bananas. So yeah, that's what's happening while these pictures are being taken, although I wasn't scrapbooking in the dark. So I get the letters on there. How we fits perfectly. And then I try and fit roll in there. And I have moved it at least 4 times, I think, before the final placement. And I do end up putting part of it over the picture of my daughter, which is perfectly fine. It's just like sitting on her shoulder. So it's not like it's covering her face or anything of, of significance for the picture. So I move it. I try and get it to fit right there. I think I'm going to tuck the other L on the other side, but it looks ridiculous. So I just move it around until it's going to fit and make me happy. So I get it moved over. I probably should have cut a lot of this out, but I wanted you all to see that, there are ways to work around it, especially when your stickers aren't terribly sticky. These were pretty sticky and have not been rolling up or anything. But I almost put my hand down in stickles. Oh gosh, you all. You all are in for such a ride with me. If you're gonna continue watching these videos. Oh man, it has been a crazy day at work, and I came home and our heater is not working and still not working. So luckily it's not too terribly cold today, but it gets kind of chilly in this room at night, so you might see me rubbing my hands together at some point in the future. Not tonight, though. So, now I have all of that done, and I noticed there was a little piece of paper sticking off this upper picture, so I turned it around to trim it. And I'm happy with the way that the wording is placed on there for the title, how we roll. And now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to embellish this. So I consider stickles. I'll come back to that. And then I get out my little bin with my gemstones and enamel dots. And then I put those away. And then I remember, oh yeah, I want to use these travel stickers. Whew. So I pull those out, and I'm hoping that I can find some off of these sheets that I can use. So on the very first sheet, or I guess it was the second one, I pulled some stars in green and blue. And I put those up at the top corner. And, it's a night sky. Not that you need to have a night picture to put stars on a page by any means. And then I want to add some more stickers. So there's one at the very bottom that I put under the luggage tag that says pack your bags. And I put that down there. And it's that same color green as the star. So it brings that green on the page again. And I am not terribly picky about, perfectly matching, especially when that star and the word pack is all the way across the page from each other. It's not like it's right on top of each other. So I don't have an issue with them not being exactly the same, but they are. So you're probably wondering why I have a bright red calendar that says 15 over there on the right that I tucked in underneath that picture. And there's no red anywhere on this page except for the shiny red on my daughter's face. And it's because it was the 15th of July. This actual picture the picture was taken on the 15th of July. And I thought that that would be a good place to put this sticker. And so I'm just going to bring some red in with some luggage and some stars as we go along. Like I said, I do not have to have things matchy-matchy perfect. So I use this little luggage and put it over here by the title and the You Are Here. And I bring in some of the same colored stars that will go on the other side of the You Are Here. And I use a little reddish colored arrow that above the double-decker bus. And like I said, here's those two red stars and a yellow star because there is some yellow in the luggage tag. So I'm just bringing all the colors in together, and I am happy with the way that this turned out. I like the extra color. It's not a monotone purple page. I mean, there is a lot of purple, which is fine with me. It's one of my top 2 favorite colors. And so I'm happy with that. So I'm just looking for one more star. I think I pulled the 2 red stars and thought there was another red somewhere. But I couldn't find it, so I went back and got the yellow star, which is perfectly fine by me. And so now I am trying to decide how I want to finish up this page. And it's the way I almost always finish things, is either some kind of mixed media. So I get out my silver stickles. I've used a lot of gold lately. So I put 3 silver dots by the title, by the luggage tag, and up by the bus. And that is going to be it. It did not take me very long to complete this entire layout. So here's some close-ups, and I hope you all have a great night. And I hope you all get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. I hope you all enjoyed this, and we'll come back, and I'll see you real soon. Happy scrapping!